you know, Papa looks like Papa Jasco.
Interesting.
You know Papa Jasco?
I do.
You do?
Laughing.
Why are you not laughing? I was just laughing now, you're not laughing.
Apparently, our sense of humor works differently.
Do you what?
Our sense of humor works
We're
differently.
supposed to laugh at this. I mean, that was you funny.
You did mad. See, I can also act too. You pick a thing or two from watching too much movies.
Okay, so that would be Char.
Sure, like more.
Hmm?
Sure, laugh more.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Big Face podcast. My name is Veema, Dr. Veema, and
I don't know where you thought that title from. What good?
and I am your host.
Yeah, the host
Yeah, he's the guest.
for the Big Face podcast.
Yes.
Which has my name in it.
Doesn't matter. Your name is Ismail, not the Big Face. I could be
Okay.
the Big Face.
Let's see how we can handle that introduction.
So that's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah. Should I?
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, you've heard she is the guest while I'm the host.
That's
and
right.
Today, I have asked her to come be my first non-OAU student on the show.
I was actually supposed to be the first
We were supposed to be the first.
guest.
Then what happened?
Then you cheated.
I don't cheat.
That's what you did.
We never
Always do it.
we never had that plan. I spoke about the podcast idea, and I said you were going to do intro to one of the episodes, and that's exactly what I'm not lying. That's exactly what you've just done. So
I'll take it. I'll take it.
all right. So ladies and gentlemen, Veema here has traveled all the way down from, is it hop from? She's traveled all the way from Ibadan to come be my non-OAU guest, and she's a theater art student from the.
For our rest of Ibadan, thank you very much.
I was going to get there. Trust me.
You're taking time.
I was trying to be dramatic about it, but now you've run it. Now you've run this.
Because I am the dramatic one.
Okay, that makes sense. So yeah, as you can tell, theater arts and all that, it's already giving theater arts. So Veema, you can go ahead and introduce yourself. Then we talk about a couple of things afterwards.
Okay, so my name is Dr. Veema. I am a photographer. I think I'll just put the stuff to that here. I am a very funny person.
Is that
I am funny, very funny.
yeah, very
And yes, and no, I'm not going to stop. You're not going to tell me
that
what
is
to do.
job. Being funny.
It
Maybe
is-
working in faculty.
It is who I am. It is not a job. I do it for free. I don't take anything from anybody.
So a clown without a job. I wonder what that is called.
I didn't call myself a clown. You said I'm a very funny person,
Okay. Please
and
go on.
I do it for free.
Go on then.
And yeah, I have to sponge.
To what?
To sponge.
Okay.
What's the
How the
exact
heck is this one?
sponge? Baking sponge.
Oh, okay. Why do you have to?
Because so the last time I had to, not the last time, but like one time I had to travel.
Hold on.
I forgot my sponge. I
We asked you. I asked you
So-
to introduce yourself, not tell us the creepy things to do.
Sponge. It is part of who I am at the moment.
Like, you are creeping my audience out, But what the fuck?
Okay. So let me just stop there. I told you guys. Let me stop there.
Okay. So we really should have taken that advice and just ask her to stop there. That was my bad. I will take your word for it next time. It won't happen again.
Listen to me.
Okay. So Veema is a theater student, and the conversation I want to have with her today, most of them have to do with theater art. So, but I suppose before we get into that, do you want to talk about how we met?
Why?
It's interesting, give my audience some backstory because you're acting like a clown, and I'm supposed to be the funny person here.
So how do you feel being displaced?
I actually do not feel. No, I like to have people shine too from time to time. But if you do it too much, I'll send you out of this podcast.
Very widely. I will not even know. Okay, so we went to this tutorial called Apex tutorial, and Ismail.
Don't embarrass me. Look, when you mentioned my name, I knew.
See, everybody knows Ismail is a nerd here, but it was like very, very worse then. And he was just so into himself. we had this English teacher that used to call him his
Professor Bala.
cerebral contemporary
Cerebral contemporary.
or something like that. So I mean, after classes, we always like we had this mutual friend. So it was like
Was it Michael?
yeah, Michael. So it was like this mutual friend that made us started being in the same place. Because ordinarily, I would not talk to Smile.
Actually, sure.
Because you can just be speaking English and it's correcting you, bro. Allow me
It used to be fun, trust me. It used to be fun. It was fun for me.
to learn first. And the thing is, I easily get like my thoughts feel like easily gets disrupted. So if I'm talking and then you're like correcting something that is not even relevant, like
No, it was a culture in Apex, but I just embodied it.
yeah, you're like the king of that. You and it.
It was fun.
So I mean, I was not really into talking to Samara because it was boring.
I was actually, if you know me, when I was at Apex, unless you were into books and not girls, and you were like the ultra virgin. You were like an ultra virgin. I don't think there was any way you would have been friends with me. But towards the end of the tutorial period, Veema and I we were taught together
Yeah.
with my other friend.
Eventually, I started bugging him and started whining him. I ended up seeing.
I mean, you can see she's still doing that. That hasn't changed much.
And I still remember one time we went to SUB court and there was this chubby boy in the basketball court that was playing football and I was like, it's right out.
Yep. Oh yeah, the big in big face supposed to be representing me in the past. That was fast as fuck. That was me.
When you're in that age, I didn't get this look like.
Well, I'm happy because you can see I've grown out of it, and we are still all growing. So that's how Veema and I met.
That was how I met him. I want to say that's how I met your mother, but
I think that's it.
no. But just like
No further question or comment there.
yeah. So basically, ever since he's been, I mean, initially I was not like reaching out, but Ismail is that friend that we keep reaching out, and then I was like, that's me. Why not? And then I embraced this guy.
Basically, I had no choice to.
So I will say this one. Ismail is a good person.
Why once?
He's a good friend.
Why once? You know,
Right.
hearing that kind of
I can't be saying that kind of thing to you. You misbehave.
actually clear enough. So I think we've spent enough time on introduction.
Yep.
So let's talk about a couple of things. We should start with theater. I think in episode 4, I had this girl, and we spoke about some things we have in common, mostly art and literature.
Mm-hmm.
And today is gonna be still mostly art, and literature, perhaps. So I like theater a lot. I remember there was a time he invited me to
My stage play.
yeah. But before that, he also invited me to this award thing as a department.
Bro, I can't remember.
Wow, I remember.
We have a lot of.
That's where I went.
At the moment, we still. No, that's not where you met me. Oh, you met me at Love Garden,
They have a thing UI called Love Garden, which is
which you are supposed to have in your school. My secondary school had the Love Garden.
we have
So
we have it clear.
I don't know. That's why you guys have so much kids for other people.
Really?
Yeah, because you don't have like Love Garden. That's
Right. So they do have a Love Garden thing, and I promise you, it's not a joke. It's not a joke. They actually do have a Love Garden thing
a
in UI.
place called Love Garden.
A place called Love Garden.
Yeah.
So theater, most people don't enjoy theatric performances like that. You know, I think the closest I've been to a theatric performance is concerts. And I think I want to be.
I mean, you can't call that theatrical performance. It
I
is
like the performance aspect of it.
alternative ways to theater, like the concerts and all that. So basically, theater performances
Yeah.
or the stage, they're actually like for like the audience, like stage plays and all that, stage dance and all that shit. But like when you're talking about concert and all that, it's not directly theatrical performance. It is
You have to
alternative
speak
ways.
closer to the mic.
Okay, it is alternative ways to theater, basically.
Thank you very much for the clarification. The point I was trying to get at is that I enjoy theatrical performances a lot, especially stage plays. I like musicals too, but some of them are a little underwhelming, and I hate criticizing people that put like hard work into their things.
Hard
So,
work, the underwhelming.
well, I think I've been to one or two in on this campus or your campus, and let's just say it wasn't the best experience I've ever had. And while I appreciate the efforts, that's why I tend not to attend them. I think last semester I attended 2 or 3 stage plays. They were good. One was comedy, the other was like, kind of like a satire. I think the one I saw in your school, what was the name of this theater again?
Olishinka Theatre.
Olishinka Theater, yeah. The one I saw there, I forgot the name. It was also satire.
I actually wish I could remember.
I don't think it,
What's the name of the play?
I cannot remember, but I bought VIP, remember?
I can't remember.
Wow. I think we were on duty on that day, but I remember being on the front row, which
Did
was
I sit with you?
no, you didn't. You were on duty.
Okay. Well, I can't remember.
I can remember. It was the stage play was really good. It's unfortunate that they didn't allow me to record. They said something about
Yeah.
I don't know why they
It
didn't allow me
has to do with copyright and all that shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I wish I could record because it was beautiful. They had some musical aspects to it and it was good.
So
Enjoyable.
let me say that there were bad theatre experiences because of where you saw it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Right?
No, not
Right.
school. I'm going to send you this podcast.
Right. I mean, come to UI.
I've been there.
See, we know that we do not have all the resources we need. I mean, our theatre is in a very bad shape at the moment. We can do more if we really have what we can get in this 2023. But like, if you're talking about people that are like really skilled and talented, we want to do are people that can like improvise with what they have, with their resources.
Yeah.
Come to my department.
I mean, I'll be willing to give it a try because I think part of life for me anyway, it's all about experiencing things differently. How I would see theater. Also, I think Shinka Theater is really beautiful. Like you guys have lights and it shines, and I think what we have here is kind of like a round theater thereabout.
Oh, it's an amphitheater. You guys have like an
We have an amphitheater, but I don't think that's the one we use mostly. There's one they have here in their own theater hat. Pit theater, that's what they call it.
okay.
Yeah, what we have is pit theater.
Sure.
We're home there.
It would be good to talk about theater. I mean, because without talking about the fact that my department is 60 years.
Can you stop bragging about your department for editing?
See, let me put it this way.
Okay.
I am always like very passive about so many things in my life, and my department is one thing.
Okay.
Because there's always like people are always like trying to either make it seem like you made the wrong choice by choosing the department.
Veema, the way you talk, sorry to cut you short. Veema, the way you talk about your department sometimes, I feel like you made the wrong choice. You talk about how they misuse you. Like they use you as if you were asleep the boat at the auction center.
Oh, that is literally what happens in Nigerian university. It's not my department.
Yes, that's true. I have another friend there, Fikayo.
Let me finish my story.
Go on. Go on.
So
You prove my point, Sha, but go on. Go on.
So I mean, now this now makes my classmates or people that are theater artists experience, they become very defensive and can be excessive.
Sure.
That's what I think. So in the process of trying to defend that they made the right choice or they're doing the right thing, they're not making a mistake. So they become all aggressive to an extent.
Okay.
I can't remember what I was trying to say again. But basically,
We're talking about how great your theater is.
it's
How you didn't make any mistake joining it.
no, I didn't make it. I actually did always wanted to be a theater art student, but basically I wanted to be an actress, right? Cause I saw Jennifer.
Jennifer.
Yes.
With Jennifer.
Not because they're Jennifer. So I mean, I've never wanted to be a doctor, a lawyer, or a nurse. I never wanted to save life or win anybody's property back. That was just what I wanted to do. And then nobody questioned it for a long time. And then when I was about to like get in, and everyone is like, "What are you going for?" I'm like, "Theater arts." Like, why are you going for theater arts? Do something else. You can always come back to acting. You can go for law. You like to argue. So when you argue, you can always come back. Look at Funke Akindele. She did law. Look at Faust, he did law. Look at Femi, the Femi Adébáyọ̀ did law.
I do not
I
know.
think they've cited that example for me before. I'm like, okay, thank you very much. Because I don't always argue. It's very, very, like, very, very pointless.
Really?
So, yes, it's pointless to argue with people why you choose a course. Why am I arguing with you?
That makes sense. So why is your department this great thing that you think it is?
I mean, in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Okay, I was about to say my department is 60 years old.
Mhm.
Then you cut me short. So, that in University of Ibadan, like better other theaters in Nigeria. Do you know?
Well, I mean, it's not like you guys are trying to hide it every time you say first and the best,
Exactly.
which I
So, like right now,
don't agree with. But
it's the first and the
it
best.
is the first, and that's where you put a full stop.
There is the data to like back it up.
Yeah,
So-
of course it is.
So I just wanted to tell you guys that that is 60 in this August,
Okay.
and thank you to that for betting order.
So thank you very much. I'm pretty sure there are some people out there that were wondering how old is Theater Heart. I'm wondering.
3 years old.
That was supposed to be Saturday.
I don't care.
Really.
That is 60 years old. It's not even easy. And what they did in celebration of that was they staged the play. They started with like the first play they staged on that Olifenka State was Lion and the Jewel. So yesterday they did the same play again. Although now Olifenka's mouth should be paining him because they actually have milked that play. That was the first play I saw when I came to that department. It was the first play. We had to pay for it, and those that were not around had to watch it. They had to watch it virtually.
Hold on, tell on it. So this audition because the intellectual property that you guys have mixed so much, it is like how much Mojang has make the Minecraft, because that seems like the only game.
We have other things here.
I was gonna ask
Okay.
if you can give us the plot of Lion and the Jewel.
Okay. So I think Lion and the Jewel is about this village school guy,
Yeah.
village old master that believes that paying bride price is barbaric, archaic, and all those sorts. And then he had like this CD girl that he was trying to woo. I mean, I think she was swaying to his side. So they brought a book, a magazine that a white man brought. He took a picture of her, and she was like the front cover. So she felt like she was the biggest, and she got carried away. So eventually, one old man raped her. So she felt ashamed. And this ballet is the ballet of the community. So she felt like there was no point again.
Yeah.
So she just married him. I really cut it short.
Okay.
It was like she married him eventually, which was not exactly the best choice that she could make. But because she got carried away and he deceived her, he raped her. So she just, you know how it used to be then that if he gets you pregnant, just like get married to him. So she just felt like she should marry him because he was the one that like disvirgined her.
Okay.
So basically,
That's the plot.
that's like the whole thing.
Okay, so I think I appreciate that oversimplified version. I mean, it's since theater kind of tries to, in its own way, dramatize issues we have in society. You know, most theatrical experiences usually have
So we
some kind of almost have message behind them. So I think I understand why that has been mixed a lot, because it has some messaging behind it. And I think I can pick a theme right now from the simplification we've given, and that will be the struggle between conservatism and liberalism. You know, like let's do our tradition the way we used to do it, and let's be progressive. So I think I understand why it will be mixed so much. Do you have a favorite aspect of theater? For me, I think it still will be the stage play, because I've seen stage plays, and sometimes when I see the stage plays, the performances that the actors and actresses give, you really feel like you are almost a part of this fictional world they've created within that limited space. And that's like it's amazing to just wonder, to just bask in this experience of carefully detailed play, from lighting to the song to the script to the performance to the set, like all of these things playing together.
So theater has like a structure. I think that's one thing I like about my department, or let's say the theater. It is broken down into the smallest piece. So I mean, when there is oversight, it is probably like a mistake, or like everything is being taken care of, like the tiniest detail, someone is in charge of it. So when you see that everything is in sync, that's because like we work together.
Yeah.
We have like rehearsals. Rehearsals can span for like 2 months, 3 months, depending on how long the semester is.
Yes, try.
Yeah, we do try, bro, because we go for rehearsals every day of our lives. And when the performance is close, like let's say a week to the performance, then we go every day, Monday to Friday. But when it's coming close, we get to go Saturday, Sunday, and stay long. We have overnight rehearsals, and trust me, there's no bed in the department. There's no comfortable place to sleep. So we end up sleeping in that same theater that you can see on the stage, dance room, and all that places like that. So I think the favorite part about the theater is like the structure. I wouldn't say I am big fan of stage plays. I like film because I feel like it gives you more hand to manipulate stuff and putting everything that you want to do. Because sometimes when I'm watching like a play, I just feel like it would just make more sense if you say you are traveling and we see you traveling, you feel it more. I mean, for me, that's like the whole experience, but I know they put in a lot, and I know for someone to love theater, I think my guys are like doing their best because we have a lot of rehearsals. Now let me tell you something. So my department has this like how we are like graded for practical exams. So we have like this O7. O7 is like you have to do like 7 plays.
O7.
Year 7, say course, 3 unit course.
Okay.
You have to be like 7 plays. I know the 7 plays will run for like a week. Do you understand? And now you have to rehearse for all of them. That means your brain will burst. Generally for those that have to like carrying lines, you have to prepare for everything.
I think that's also one thing I'm amazed by. Like the fact that you guys can memorize this script. Like memorizing is one thing.
But
delivering these lines is another thing.
The thing is, yes, they deliver. And one thing about them is that when they forget their lines, they're able to like maneuver it, because after a lot of rehearsals with your partner, because you have to run your lines with your partner, do you understand? So I mean, you know what this person is trying to say. So sometimes if you cram your script and your partner has forgotten what they're supposed to say, they're supposed to give you a cue to respond, you just have to like rough it.
I think
do you understand?
Feature, Mr. Hassan called it something.
Improvisation.
No. The caller boy, the person that cues the signal that this was supposed to say.
Oh, that's prompt man.
The prompt man.
Yes.
Okay.
Then the prompt man, yes, we have prompt man, but like in cases where you're not in a place where your SM can see you, because most times the SMs are always like the prompt man. We always have like a cue behind the stage where you know that this is the next scene, this is the next act, you understand? But like in cases where you're facing the audience, or you're right in front of the audience, and your SM is at the back of the stage, you have to just do something. Do you understand? You can't depend on your SM passable. They help. But they help mostly during rehearsals.
Do you think improvisation plays some key role when it comes to acting, or do you think it's important to stick to the script?
It depends on the director, but I feel like professional actors, like actors that are very good, are able to express themselves more when they improvise, because you're saying from your understanding.
That's true. Especially if what you are.
But some lines are very, very important.
They are keys to the plot.
Yes, they are very important. Because if you miss them out, then everything is just going to scatter. You're going to miss the whole point. So I'll give you an example. My last class production, it was ruined. I might not pronouncing you well because they kept on correcting me on the pronunciation.
I will correct you. They will give you PTSD. The PTSD is coming back. You know this might.
No, I'm good now. I don't care if people correct me.
And I'll do that and correct you.
So it was ruined, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And they've been talking about different characters being ruined. We had like a main character. The main character was like this character that seemed like the strong woman. It was about like how many women. It was about war in, is it Liberia or something? Congo, sorry. It was about war in Congo, in fact, all war on the women and the citizens, blah blah blah. So I mean, they were talking about different characters being ruined and all that shit. And I mean, they could say whatever they wanted to say when they forget their lines. But it got to this part where this main character had to say she was ruined. If she had said something else, it would just miss it out because now that was like the playwright speaking. Do you understand?
Hold on. So if she is replayed, if she had replaced Ron with something like I was slayed.
It is going to be so disrupted and it didn't make sense moving forward.
Yes, because being played means that you were duped, you were scammed or something.
Yes,
and being Ron is like maybe it has some.
That was the first time
behind it.
Yes, that was the first time she was saying, and that was towards the end. So, I mean, if you are following through, you know that carries more weight than what everyone else has been saying. The title of the play already is range, and she has never said anything about being ruined. She was always like the strong woman among all of them. She was the one that was protecting them from all this. So it was now time for her to accept love, and this person that was asking her to marry or blah 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 was wondering why she was so uptight and she refusing to like take him in, and that was when she broke down and said, "We ruined." That was like the right moment.
Okay.
If she had just said something else, I feel like she would have disconnected the audience from the stage.
All right, that's a great point there. But that reminds me of this new Snow White movie that's coming out. So there's been news floating around. The Snow White used to be Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, but now it is Snow White and the Seven Magical Creatures. So they basically bastardized
the movie,
right? They ruined our childhood to make it for quote unquote modern audiences, right? Instead of Snow White being someone that is caring, someone that's been caused by a evil stepmother, someone that needs true love to be woken up. Now she's like this very strong character that doesn't give any F about love, that's trying to be a leader, trying to be like that. They've injected into this movie some toxic level of feminism, right? Because they've robbed that girl of her choice to pursue what she wanted, what she needed, and replace it with something else. And they've forgotten that the prince in the animated Disney movie of Snow White is actually a plot device for the girl. The show is about the girl. So when this actress, Rachel Zegler, was given an interview by the movie, she said that, the Snow White is not going to be dreaming about any boy. She's going to be dreaming about love. She's going to be a leader, a strong woman, independent woman. So I feel like it is very, very important in acting, in script writing, in anything, to consider that it is very, very important that the message you are giving at the end of the movie or throughout the movie has some logic behind it. It's not just pulling nonsense out of your ass in the name of agenda.
So I don't think that they don't have a logic behind it. I mean, like you said, she's a strong woman. She's not giving a fuck about love, and we cannot deny that is so many women's reality in today's time. And I'm saying that they are growing in scripts because from being someone that needed love at that time, let's say it was what the society wanted, or what the society generally accepted, right? A woman has to be dependent on like a man to come and save her, blah blah blah. and now the story is changing and they want to change with it. I don't think that there is no logic behind it. The thing now is, it might be extreme or it might not appeal to your own audience. Do you understand?
Yes.
But they are not on the wrong track. If you ask me, I think that they are growing.
Those are like, see, I think I like that we are having like two different perspectives to the movie right now. I think that's the entire purpose of this discourse. If you look at Mulan also, do you know Disney's Mulan? Okay.
I didn't watch
Disney's Mulan is also another beloved animated show. And the animated shows Mulan had to volunteer to join the military, the Chinese military, because her dad had a faulty leg and he couldn't join. So she had to disguise herself as a man to play in basically a man's territory because of the military. Now she had to cut her hair. She had to train. She didn't just come out of nowhere. She didn't best any boy. She had to train extremely. She had to train better than everybody else till she was able to be recognized as a warrior, as someone that deserves their position. But now in Disney's, I think it's 2019 live action Mulan has superpower. She never had any flaw to overcome. She never had anything to she never had any challenge that all she had to do was be true to herself. Like that was the entire plot. Like be true to yourself. So right from bat, Mulan was already like a fighter. She had the bastardized this Chinese thing called chi. Like this chi that you just move your hand one way or the other. It's like within you. They bastardized it because they believe that chi is all you need to overcome whatever is in your way. So the point is that they bastardized our childhood Mulan in replacement with something they consider for modern audience, which is that this girl, she's perfect, she has no character flaws, she doesn't need any character development. All she has to do is, let her hair down and, fight without shield, fight without armor, just go in front because she's a strong woman, a better woman. And this has been recurring for a while. Yeah. I watched Ariel 2, Mermaid, the latest one.
So
Go on. You get to that in a minute.
So I'll just say sometimes this plays, movies and all that is just like a reflection of either the director or the writer's mind.
That's that messaging I mentioned, and it could be wrong sometimes. It's flaws.
I mean, could it be wrong?
About Mulan, let's take down Mulan for example.
Like, it's a movie. They're not saying that this is a real life story, right?
But most movies usually have real life stories.
They will tell you when it is. They're allowed to have fictions, and this is what they want to tell you now. Do you understand? So I don't think that they are restricted to the way they tell their stories. So if they want to tell a story of a woman that is putting her head down and fighting everyone, even if it is not animated, like we're seeing movies, we are seeing film trick. We know that it's film trick, but I mean it makes more sense. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Like everything is adding up with the trick. Do you understand? So I feel like don't dip it. Should not dip it, because they're just trying to sell, but they're just trying to express their thoughts and the things that they wish could be. They know that this is not real. It's supposed to be a fiction, yeah?
What do you think about Spider-Man? Hold on. Why Spider-Man is a fiction? Why Superman is a fiction? While most of the heroes we incorporate in our costumes, our school bags, our child's toys, they are fictions. But they have roles to play in our lives. I think that's also another important aspect of theater. Theater tends to depict how life works. Right?
That is one of...
That's one of...
Yes.
Yes, that's one of... But we cannot discard or invalidate the fact that it still has a major role to play in how storytelling works. And storytelling is something we subconsciously agree or disagree with.
Even if you say major, which I do not agree, I still see it as one of... There are several things that we do with theater. And spitting way of life is popular amongst others, but it is still one of an artists that are allowed to express themselves however they wish.
Yes, but people that are going to consume these things are allowed to be angry about how whatever they are being sold.
Now, this is when you realize that this show is not for you.
It's not for me.
Yeah. If you're angry, don't watch the next one.
I don't know. I did not watch. I did not watch Male.
Didn't watch it.
I did not watch it because I saw the entire plot. I'm a big fan of cinema. I think that's obvious because we are talking about theater.
Of course.
I'm a big fan of cinema, so I have interest in. I think that's also why I have favorite directors. M. Night Shyamalan, one of my favorite directors. So his worst movie is still Avatar Sebenda, the remake, which is horrible. Christopher Nolan, Tenet, Oppenheimer. This one's this guy too. Quentin Tarantino. Like I have watched all of his movies. Yeah. So I have directors. I like how they act. And I think right now, what Disney is trying to do right now is retell stories in a very bad way. And if I'm going to, let's say I'm a grown-ass man. I'm a grown-ass man actually. But this is that I'm a grown-ass man with children right now. I'm not going to take my daughters to see the 2019 Mulan remake because there's no way they can relate to that character. Even the movie in itself is stupid. The plot is bad. The actors had way too much plot armor. The direction is horrible. There were too much flying around, and that didn't make any sense to me. Even though it's still fiction regardless, but as a consumer and as a big fan of movies,
was it animated?
No, it wasn't.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. If you watch it, you just see it is really, really bad. But anyway, I think we've had enough talk about theater today. Let's talk about Nollywood. I think Nollywood has had some level of growth. Even though I mentioned that before we went on here and you disagreed with me. So
I mean, they have, but like, yeah. They have, but like, yeah. I'm still seeing like some kind of movies on Netflix, and I'm like, the thing is, one thing I have realized. Yeah.
Let's talk about that for a minute.
Okay.
Look at that for a minute.
Okay. So first of all, I think that. So let me put it there that I watch Yoruba films because they put a gun to my head. That my sister loves Yoruba film. My mom loves Yoruba film. My sisters.
Have you seen Kotoaye?
Everyone. I don't know the title.
Have you seen Kotoaye?
Don't ask. Everyone.
I was forced to watch Kotoaye. I couldn't sleep for the next 1 week.
Everyone around me, like my household, apart from my brother, but everyone, my sister, because my sister is always like, because I'm always like, these stories are so stupid and dumb. She's like, she knows, but there's already enough. There's already enough of real life happening, and she just wants to like ease. But why would you be acing with these dumb stories? Like, stories are very impressive. Like, if you watch Yoruba film, I'm always angry because the way they always talk about women, a man can just randomly slap a woman and he's just begging and she's taking it. Like, a lot of...
Have you seen this clip? This one where this guy slapped the girl and then he proposed.
I have Yoruba one. He slapped me, you monkey. Yeah.
Will you marry me?
Oh, is it not one of these arrogant men? It's not Jamaica, it's the other fake guy. I see for me. He's one of them.
I don't know. You know, for some of these Nollywood movies, I've seen better script and acting in porn videos when compared to them. So I mean, look, I'm being really honest.
But let me tell you something. The actors are very good. It is always the script writers and the directors.
Yeah, I think some actors generally try. They don't have enough materials to go on with.
Exactly. Especially look at the Jagun Jagun now. The actors there, most of them were from Yoruba films. And you see how they did well.
Yes, they're very lovely.
They carry the character. So I just realized that it is not them. It is the director. It is the script writer that is writing rubbish story. Bro.
Hey.
So for Jagun Jagun, I was very, very reluctant. I didn't want to watch it.
Why?
Because I didn't want it to be another Ajakun or another Nikelapo.
Have you seen this movie? This one where there was a gallery something, and then
yes, no, it's not. I think Anubalapo is about an artist. That one is still the same maker that did it. That one, it was even in the cinema that they.
That one was very bad. I saw it in the cinema and I regretted it.
Same here, bro.
I feel like that thing should have been turned into a series. It was so.
Which police series?
No,
Don't try that.
no, I feel like if they want to fix a lot of things, if they want to fix that movie, they need to turn it into a series because it was like fast paced and I don't know.
I can't even remember what I have. The thing is, once I don't keep a lot of these things in my head. I know when Blood Sisters came out, I had enough to say.
I actually love that Blood Sisters.
Blood Sisters and even that movie that Veema Met Phaze that came out in the what's the title?
No, I can't remember.
Just talk about it. One artist that they went to the no, we went to the
I forgot it.
to gallery and he was telling a story about King Steve or
The
King of
opening
Thieves.
was so bad. King of Thieves, yeah. The opening was the worst thing I've seen in a while.
You know, when I was watching it, I was like, Uncle, please tell us a story.
Like how do you start a movie like that? How do you start a movie like that? It's like, it's too. That's also one
It's
thing.
too abrupt.
Too abrupt for one, and it is too It's too convenient. Like if your plots are too convenient, you're not drawing the character. You're not drawing the audience. Like if, for example,
No character.
yes, like let's say Batman's parents didn't die, but then I feel like that guy is traumatized. He's just running around bullying people. If Batman's parents died from some convenience that needed the plot to go forward, instead of like some guy just robbed them in the other way, like he will not sympathize with Batman at that point.
It just even reminded
Yeah,
me
it's just Johnny won't make any sense that he has to go into Rasago to go and train.
I can't remember. I don't even think I watched Batman, so I don't even know what you're talking about.
That's the plot. I'm just saying that for King of Thieves, okay, luckily enough for them, there's a guy that knows everything. Luckily enough for them, there are some people that works in. Luckily enough for them, they're interested in that particular thing. Luckily enough for them, the guy is willing to spend the next 2 hours talking about this thing. It's like convenient. There's no draw. There's no
disruption. Like nobody's coming to say, "Excuse me, can I get this?"
Exactly.
Like,
doesn't feel natural, and that's the opening scene. So I can spend the next 1 hour talking about how bad the opening scene was. Let's not tap into that.
Yeah.
I won't forget that one.
Yes. So
I
mean, I stopped watching the movie at some point.
Why?
I don't know. Because I wasn't feeling it. I was reluctant at first. And then I started watching it, and as I kept going, I stopped again because I wasn't feeling it.
Wow.
Maybe because I saw him and then we stopped.
Well. Okay. Well.
So then we continue.
Okay, go on then.
So I can remember there was one time I saw something and I was asking myself in the toilet that why did this happen? In the toilet.
You were thinking about it.
When I see movies, I can think about it for like a week.
That's me basically.
I just be asking myself why they did this, and then I probably answer, okay, if that didn't happen, the story won't grow. Like,
Yes.
do you understand? The plot will not like develop. Like, okay, now I'm trying to remember what happened.
Jagun Jagun.
Yes, because it didn't make sense. It's there, first of all, okay, they told us about this guy that wanted to marry a lady, and the girl said no, and then it was eventually the guy that they killed, that they brought to the village. It would have just made more sense if they told us what those guys did to her after.
Huh?
You don't get.
No.
You don't know that scene. You know, when Femi Adebayo puts that guy on fire.
Okay, the one that wanted to feed the prisoners.
Yes. You know he had a fiance.
Also, this might have lots of spoilers, so if you know what Jagun Jagun, you might want to skip this part and go to next time.
You know he had a fiance.
Yeah.
And someone was trying to rule down.
Yeah.
And when he brought his dead body.
Yeah,
to
to the village center.
Yes.
Okay.
And the guys were like, is this not the person that she was trying to...
And this guy that signed
Willie Agba and one other guy. And I can't remember that one, but he's a clown. He's like, yes, and he did. And he left, and that one came and started crying. I feel like it was, except that guy is an orphan, it was out of place for that one to go and meet the herbalist of the society that they should attack he should attack Jagun Jagun like the man. What happened to his parents? Why they not fighting for him? And what is to happen in all these witchcraft is if you attack somebody and it does not work, it will backfire. Do you understand? But when you send 3 ghosts to go and shoot that woman,
Yeah.
and those ghosts disappeared, what happened to the people that sent the ghosts? Do you mean they went scot free?
Let me
So let me now continue.
Okay.
That went. That went. Now, Adedemeji went to shoot that place. You know, in that place, there was no major character that still died. They said they should go and kill the whole community. You know, it did not kill the whole community. They just killed
some
men, extras, basically. You know, it would have made more sense that I killed the village if we saw that lady die, or we saw the Abanis die, or we saw we saw faces that we knew that they showed us as characters, not just random people that were wearing whites. Do you understand? It would have made sense that yes, it terminated the why he didn't kill the village, they went into hiding. So if you want to say it, so that argument had the reason for attacking him because he didn't want to do the job rightly.
And also, here's the other thing. Because the main characters were spared, the audience have no drawing to the massacre that just happened.
Exactly.
Like, I have no attachment to these people. Like, why should I care that they've been killed?
Exactly.
That's also another problem.
It's supposed, at least that girl, it's supposed to be like a backfire for what if you did not tell us that the 3...
If she had died, the audience would have been emotionally invested in everything that took place.
Exactly my point, bro.
But the scene was, they've been killed, and this what happened. Like, there's no... Also, yeah, before I forget, another thing I hate about Nollywood movies is that they always have this thing. In literature, it's called the ex machina, where in order for them to resolve any conflict or to have any climax, they will bring in some unknown force, usually supernatural or alpha or pastor. That's why most movies, there's going to be prologue, climax, denouement, or ending, right? At that ending, maybe beginning, introduce your characters, ending, there's conflict of interest or love interest that has conflict in it. Then at the end, pastor or imam or herbalist. So this trope gets, when it's overwatched, it becomes predictable. It becomes boring. That's what like.
But the thing is, it can't be particularly boring or predictable. Once you are bringing in an imam, except you're trying to tell us that it's quack, if you're bringing him for illusion's sake, we know what he's going to do. We don't know how he's going to do it. We don't know how he's going to do it.
But that archetype is there.
But the thing is, it's our reality. We are religious people. So if you're telling us this kind of story, no, it is how is it going to happen? That is the main thing. It's the best way was not killing extras. Best was not killing extras. Something had to happen to now. Best was not killing extras. Something just had to happen to the guys that the guys that sent Abadi to go and kill that woman. Do you understand?
I agree.
Because when the Abalis, when the Meji saved the woman, Fatih Abalogun, then I was asking myself for a long time, okay, so are they going to be quiet? Like someone did not just try to like attack them? Because Nigerian film or American film or any film, once they attack you, you're plotting already. And it makes it grow further. Do you understand?
Yes, it pushes the story forward.
Yes, but it was so quiet. Until eventually, I feel like it was even next for him to use it as his last. He gave him 3 things to do. It was not like the third thing. That should have been the first.
What was the third thing again?
The third thing was for him to go and kill them. The first one to fight with with that guy. Second was stay in a coffee. I think they stay in that coffee was supposed to be the last turn. After he saw that guy did not kill him. So he like scattered the arrangement.
That didn't do it for me. So my problem here with this movie, Jagun Jagun, actually a couple of problems. Personally, I think it's a good movie. Go and watch it. But I consider myself a critic. And not just a critic, but because I appreciate these movies and I have opinions about them.
You're a critic.
I think so.
No,
I don't think I'll call myself a critic. I would say I have opinions.
You're opinionated.
Yes.
I look at what I'm doing now, criticism.
Yes.
But it's so harsh and so not constructive.
Yep.
So
I'll No, I mean, if I were to appraise any of these movies, I could probably spend all the
It's not
time.
about being a critic is not about praising. It's about saying the right things the right way. Like in the meaningful ways, like
Mm.
meaningful ways you think that they can do better when they did well.
Trust me,
And
I tend to do that. I think last time I did so for a movie was I can't remember, but I saw this movie Jurassic Park World Dominion. That was so stupid. But anyway, moving on.
okay.
So my problem with Jagun Jagun is that the villain is not properly constructed, and I feel like anyone watching or listening to this and has watched Jagun Jagun might have contrary opinion or agree with me. So one, the villain, there's no actual backstory for him to be as villainous as
There
he
was
is.
character
We
development
don't
for
know
him.
anything about him except that he's being depicted as the most evil person as
And
possible.
they did that in Blood Sisters. That one,
Mhm.
the mother of DME. There was no character development
don't-
for us.
That girl that went to the in Blood Sisters,
Yes.
she's my favorite Nollywood actress. I love her. But after watching her, I had to follow her on Instagram instantly. I love her character. I love her acting. I love everything about her. God, she's amazing. But anyway, back to Jagun Jagun.
Mhm.
So Okundiji has no character development. We don't know too much about him. You know, if we are trying to build a villain,
You know, when she was saying she donated her womb for them to
yeah.
give him powers and all that, I was not connected to that story.
Exactly. There's no no. If you want to make your audience attracted, drawn into whatever it is, you have to follow this through show and tell, right? If you show us
Mm-hmm.
and we buy into it, you can tell us later. We say, oh, yeah,
Yes, you.
wow, I feel so sorry for her. Oh my God, she's so evil. She's so loving.
Now I remembered something.
Okay.
I don't know if this guy was lying as a person, as a character in the movie.
Mm.
I don't know if he was trying to lie to the other characters. But you know when Latifa Adedimeji first came into the camp,
Mhm.
they asked him if he had juju. Ogun Shologun. He say you're more ogun, but more everything talk. He shall talk say he no gets juju, but he has a emulogun.
No, she can shaki.
Something like that.
I like that.
So he said he did not have terrestrial powers.
Mhm.
That was why he came to learn how to fight. That's what he said. And they made us believe it. Right?
Yes.
For a while we believed it. But he was not telling that man how he survived, blah, 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 why he came here, because they shot his father. I remember what I wanted to say. You know when they showed us the scene where his father was saving him?
Mhm.
His father said we should take his son.
The tree.
Yeah, he said
Yeah.
the tree to take his son.
Mhm.
Then he was trying to talk to that tree to take him. Does that mean that the tree can only take one person at a time? But then I was like, okay, if he didn't do that, if they didn't kill his father, I mean, we won't have this whole story. That's what I was thinking about, because that tree can take the two of them. In fact, it can take the whole community. I hope you know.
Well, no,
Because
convenience now. It has,
which community? What are we talking about?
that's what I'm saying. Like, there's got to be some. Whenever there's convenience, it don't make any sense.
The only reason why this is making sense to me is because if they did not shoot that man, he won't be there, and the story will not work.
Why the tree couldn't take
The two of them.
dad and also maybe the entire village? Can also
Let's even talk about him and his dad, because that's his concern.
I want to add that if the tree was only able to swallow just Botija,
Hmm.
it could have been justified later in the story. I mean, this thing was like over 2 hours. They could have spent maybe one scene, maybe during the Mologun part.
Telling us
Tell
that
us that maybe
she can only
the
take one
yes,
person.
maybe the dad had some kind of oath with the tree when they was killing, because the Botija himself was actively repeating how much oath he had with the tree.
No, I'm believing he has that oath because he lived in the tree, because it never tell us how he grew. After then, when did he come out? How did he grow?
You know why I don't hate this Jagun movie?
I don't know it's
I don't love it, but why I don't have
Oh,
too much problem with it?
I love it.
I love it too. Trust me, I do. Like I think
don't
I
love
love the script, I love the performance, I love the setting, but still okay to point this
I'm
things out.
happy about the movie.
The thing I think might do justice to all of these flaws is if in part 2, which I think there will be part 2, they kind of give some backstory to these things, because there are so many things at stake here. For one, we don't know anything about the villain of the movie, because
He's
right
dead.
now, he's just there to serve as some kind of challenge for the hero to overcome. That's it.
Yeah.
He's just there as something that he wants to defeat. Because it's basically a revenge story. And revenge stories have archetypes. You know, right now maybe your king, the dad is a king, and his uncle came to overthrow him, and then you have to go outside. Lion King, the Northman, Egyptian mythology, like Jagun Jagun, like it's just revenge stories, and they have the same archetype. So, but this one, you don't show us anything. Like I don't know shit about the villain.
Was the main character line to us about him not having powers? That's my own question. Because he said he didn't have, and the next thing was invoking, talking to.
Hold on, I think he said he had power, but he doesn't know how to fight.
No, he said, maybe I'm
I
mistaken.
think I'm mistaken it, because
I'm going to watch it after.
in the first couple of scenes, he has power to raise this tree on the road.
Exactly. So when he said they're asking them who does not have anything here, I think he said that was because he does not have anything. That's why he came to fight.
I don't know that. I don't think that.
That scene where they killed the guy. Why did they even have to kill those people?
Because they have to show that this is what's at stake. That's just what movies do. Anyway, guys, I think we have spent a lot of time talking about
Well,
yeah.
overall, I'll say that I was happy that he retained these characters, like these actors, sorry, because we know we are always like train them under the boss that they're not good. But I think from now we can see that they're actually very talented. They just
I actually enjoy the acting for some of these people.
Most of the actors were Yoruba actors. They're actually very, very talented. They just don't have enough challenge to face, like as an actor or a character in a movie. They limit them with
Hold on. Before I wrap up this entire discussion about theater, do you have any favorites actor or actress?
Do I have a favorite actor or actress? Is it weird if I say I can't think of any at the moment? But I know when I see movies, I just check them up and...
What about favorite movie?
I mean, I liked in my application that I like Three Idiots. That I said it's my favorite. But like it's not like my I do not... I actually milked that movie at that time. I think I saw it 2012. I watched Three Idiots to 2015, 2016. I kept watching it. Because so I don't like drama. I like drama. I don't like action in movies. And drama, like family drama, not so serious. And I think Three Idiots gave me something like that. So it was something I would always go to for relaxation. Do you understand? I just want to watch it again. And anytime we got to that Joy part where Joy committed suicide, I was just like, fast forward or skip something like that. Because I didn't want that.
So let's just go with Three Idiots then. You are still making it, so why not go on ahead?
Okay. Three Idiots.
Three Idiots. So the last thing we should talk about be here before we get to the question and answers.
Mm-hmm.
But before that, if you are watching this and we've spoiled Jagun Jagun for you, or any of your other favorite is, I apologize.
Just keep.
The conversation just...
That's what I kept doing. Anytime I saw a tweet about it, I was just like...
The conversation just took like a different turn, and I like to talk about movies a lot, so I just gave in to that urge to talk about it. So also, if you've accepted my apology or you haven't, please go ahead and like the this episode. It tells us with the algorithms. If you disagree with me on any of these parts or agree with me,
you
like it, then
you still like it.
Talk about it in the comment section. I'll be happy to engage with you. Also, please don't forget to subscribe to the video. So, Veema, before we wrap this up, let's talk about one of the things we have in common.
What do we have in common?
IBCT, baby.
Oh, good. We don't have it in common. It is yours.
Okay.
It is yours.
It is.
We don't have it. I just go here.
You just go say, but you like it. It's cool in the place.
bro, the sad thing is,
Mm-hmm.
2016,
Uh-huh.
I didn't know anything about University of Ibadan.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know anything about IB. Okay, 2016, I knew something about me. My star was was she dating or she was already married to an Ibadan man by that time. I don't know. So basically, my star brought me to Ibadan.
And basically, you currently stay in Ibadan. And basically,
Not by choice.
well, technically speaking, you are currently staying in Ibadan, and that makes it something we have in common. So let's talk about that in a minute. What's your best spot in Ibadan?
Sports.
Mm-hmm.
Sports.
Look, Ibadan, it's not that local. I will send you.
What do you mean sports? Okay, let me just tell you guys. I've been trying judo out since my 100 level days, but it's not been going well for me. That's like what I do
Okay.
for sports. That's the easy thing. Really
Yeah,
sports.
in Ibadan.
Eh?
No, I mean sports, like place in Ibadan.
Oh,
Wow.
sports.
Yeah, sports, not sports.
Oh. I mean, I'm not really like torn Ibadan, but I would say I know Ibadan more than I know Abuja.
What's about Ventura?
Why you? When you want for me? I mean, when that was like,
Ventura was a shit. I don't know.
Was it my first cinema
Bro,
experience?
Yes, I used to go to Ventura every Friday to watch movies. Every Friday.
I went there with my sister and my cousins. Okay, that was my second time going to cinema with my sister and my cousins. But favorite sports, I do not exactly go out like that.
Love garden it is.
Bro, I do. After that day, I don't think I've been to Love Garden again. Except maybe I'm waiting for movie. I don't. It is not in my. It's not in my route, so I don't really go to Love Garden. So, I mean, there was one time in my life that I was always going to Spices inside my school, but I've not been going there lately. And there was a time that I used to go to Fan
Ice.
Yeah.
So I remember that place. That place is this place around this gym.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So time there.
So what's your best part about in Ibadan? I know Ibadan girls.
So it's my best participants come with comparison.
Comparison.
Yeah, comparison.
One compared to what?
So Abuja.
You take Ibadan over Abuja?
No. Like I'm going to tell you why I like Ibadan based on my experience with Abuja.
Okay.
So I mean, I'll say Ibadan is kind of relaxed. It's kind of easy. Not exactly, but kind of easy. That's mainly why I don't really go home for holidays again, because I like the kind of beauty here.
What do you mean easy? Okay. That the comfort that comes with being able to.
I mean, maybe it's where I am staying, but like at home, things are like far. I don't know if she gets. I'm a photographer.
Distance to these places that you have to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like this place, I was a boarding house student for 6 years, right? And secondary schoolhouse. So I came here almost immediately after my secondary school. So I built my life here. Do you understand? I learned photography here. The friends I have after secondary school are here. My secondary school friends are scattered all over wherever they can be scattered. So basically, I'll say Ibadan is easy for me because when I go back home, I'm always like struggling with finding things, reaching out to people. Do you understand? I mean, now let's take photography for instance. I have like a lot of photography friends here in Ibadan, but in Abuja, like I do not exactly have any or many. I can't think of anybody right now. I know one person, but he's not my friend.
Okay.
He's just a photographer that I know, but he's not my friend. Something like that. So I mean, and the means of survival is transportation.
Affordable.
Before, not now. I don't know what it is in Abuja.
It's
worse. One day, like
it's actually worse everywhere. But when compared between Ibadan to this place, I think I'll still take Ibadan. Because from campus gate to my place.
This place now it's supposed to be. It's not far.
Exactly.
Like, this is not far.
In Ibadan, I stay in Abo, right?
Yeah.
And from UI to my place, Nera, I think it's 150 now.
Now it's 150. Yes,
Yes.
150.
But if like if that distance, they send you at my place, it's probably gonna be 400. I don't know. And this is considering the fact that I live in this is student area. So
It's
I don't know.
close to the area. So basically, I think means of transportation is like life is easy here. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, I mean about that.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
The thing is now, I would not like to now build like a family in Ibadan.
Because Ibadan, it feels like a very small city.
It's not exactly.
Trust me. I think this might have been like a year or two ago where everyone knows everyone, every other person you know.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Ibadan is a small village.
It's a small
for
village.
the I can't call it like for the educated ones, like
Yes,
people
yes,
that
actually.
are actually educated. They know each other.
Everyone knows.
I met someone, and the next thing he's saying, "Do you know this person?" That person knows another person that I know. That person knows my cousin. Like,
It's so crazy. Like everyone is so interconnected.
do you understand?
It's crazy.
And sometimes it's like
Information
spread.
spreads really fast in the Ibadan. Like
Yeah.
really, really fast. I'm not dedicated anyway. Like it's very, very easy for you for I think I met one girl through another girl and they were both in UI and that one that knows another person. Also like
I think this person I met was not even a white. And the bad thing about this thing is, especially those that went to these popular schools that they're always bragging about. You know the schools. I'm not going to say their names.
I know their name.
You know their names.
They are mostly on UI campus.
Yeah. So they know each other. Do you know this? You know, bro, calm down. Why do you know this person? Can't I just know this person alone? Do you know this person and another?
Hold on, like I think it's UI is actually the one like exporting this people out. Cause this is for like I think my life took like a drastic turn after I joined Apex. You know, when I joined Apex, I had just switched my department from commercial to arts department.
okay.
Yeah. So I had to be there for 2 years, right? And in that period, one set of UI students or people that are going into UI students have come in. People that are and Apex was kind of like for rich people, because then it was 8K. When compared by inflation standard, it's probably gonna be 12K thereabout. Yeah. Yeah. So it was for like rich people of UI.
One thing.
And me, I was just there. I was coming from a backwater secondary school down in Orogun.
I mean, nobody knew that because.
Yeah, it's nobody knew that.
I
But
mean, I was not there your first year, but like second year, nobody knew that because Ismail was Apex big boy.
yeah,
Because
that's
when we are buying egg roll, Ismail didn't go restaurants, good job.
that's me.
Because sit down there.
That's me. I was funny too because I got along with everyone because I was
We
the
did
lecturers.
not get along.
No, I got
Don't
along
lie.
with some people.
Don't lie. Me and you and I, we did not get along.
That's also the thing. I didn't know that we didn't get along with me because what I was doing wasn't too conscious. I would say, because almost acting in this way and then perceiving how other people perceive you is different from like you just have to change your
I
behavior.
get that.
Yeah.
You're being in situations like that. I feel like I'm getting along with them and
Yeah, like bro, you are being obnoxious. Chill. So, but you tend to realize that as you grow. But also, I was the lecturer's favorite student. As I was,
You was lecturer to be
Yes.
to rest. Time I was
Right. I was Mr. Sam's favorite.
Kasabu shouldn't.
I don't think it's.
I spoke with Sam yesterday night.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I used a doctor now.
I don't know about that.
Yes, I used a doctor.
I mean, he didn't put it on his head, so.
Guy, he said we have been trying. God.
Oh yeah.
My favorite thing about Ibadan here is that my life kind of grew. Although this is debatable, but I think Agbo UI Access is the center of Ibadan.
No, it is not.
It's
I mean, when I said going out, I realized that UI is not the center of Ibadan. There's ring roads. There's
I
Obo.
live down one.
I'm actually dead serious. If you restrict yourself to the confines of UI, where you actually need to get actual stuffs and real people. I'm not saying students are not real, but
Yeah. I've been there.
they are seasonal.
Yeah.
They go on breaks, they go on strike. That's when you know that.
It's not the center.
Mm-mm.
But I live.
not. And when you need stuffs, I was trying to like source for
Uh-huh.
this thing for. I was trying to like source for sponsorship for like this conference with my team here and realize that a lot of headquarters for these companies and brands are not even anywhere close to Wojija. Okay, well, how many brands do we even see in Wojija like to? But the rest of them, the rest of them were in Ring Road.
Mm.
Keep going there. That's when I now understand. And I know before I wasn't like familiar with that accent. So when I started going there, I started seeing that there's a lot of things there. A lot of things are in that side.
I actually realized too that I might have realized, I think when I was as an adult, that
Yeah.
UI is actually the center because I lived a little far away. You know, my life was kind of like UI, Abo, thereabout, in Express, Abo. But then I moved slowly. I moved to New Bodija, stayed there for like 7 months. Then I was going towards Ring Road, Awolowo, New Bodija. Then I thought like, so it was so cool. But my favorite part about it was still the fact that I've had the fortune to spend my life around UI, and I think that really has
Shaped you.
also accelerated my growth significantly because I grew at a faster rate. You know, we will go to UI during that jam period, just sit there at the tennis court, then like just roam about.
That tennis court is now a maze.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to that. It's not. And also, I've been going to UI since the streaming all was 15 naira. Yeah.
15 naira.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Trust me, I've been going.
And you entered.
Yes, I entered it.
Even now, self, I'm scared. I don't even know how to swim,
Oh
but
yeah, I've been swimming UI Expo since it was 15 naira. I can't remember what year this was, but
I'm looking at that pool with sad eyes. Like, what do you mean?
well,
I mean, for someone,
I was drowned once.
the first time. Let me even. Can I share my first swim experience?
As long as I'm not traumatizing me anymore.
No, I'm not. So, my friend saying he was supposed to meet up with someone, and I had to go with her. I mean, we were planning to like go for swimming before then. So since it was like a swim hangout, she was like, I should come with her, and then let's go. And then I got to the pool and I saw people inside. A lot of people. Just Premier Hotel, if I'm pronouncing it rightly, yeah. And then I told her that I wasn't going to swim again because I'm not sure I was ready to. I like to prepare myself mentally for things. That's the reason why I've not done a lot of things. So she's like, Veema, let's go and change. I'm like, no, I don't want to swim again. I'll just watch you. My guy got so angry. He was so angry because this was because I said I was going to come with her that she actually agreed to be there. Do you understand? So I think she was just saying.
Was this Tuesday? So I know how much I should judge you.
This was 2021. How about?
I will say judge you. That's decent enough.
Okay. So I mean, she was like, I was the reason why she actually agreed. So it was not like the essence of coming and all that shit. So like I had to like think about it again. And in that before I went to bed, came back, and at the pool. God, I had to just stay at one corner because I was scared.
Why?
That was my first swimming experience.
But why were you
I was
scared?
never inside water. Why would I be scared, bro? Why did you think I didn't want to enter initially?
So have you ever been to the pool house since then?
Yes, for my friend's birthday again the next time. That was one of the things we did. But since then, I've not gone.
At all?
Mm.
Do you ever want to join? Do you ever want to join again? Do you ever want to go again?
Yeah, I think I like the water, but I don't know how to swim, and I'm not willing to learn how to swim. But I like being inside the water. When I came out, I felt really heavy. She had to carry me. Because I feel like I'm heavy.
That happens. Because you've been in the water for too long and your body feels lightweight.
Probably then there was
Your body feels lightweight in the water, but when you step out or once you're like above the surface, everything feels a little heavy.
Yeah, she had to carry me, Sha.
Better.
And then I had to stay there for a while. Then one chief was not calling me. Oh, black man. They came to meet me and said, one day he's calling Papa. Papa is calling. Yeah, there will be your Papa. I look at Papa. Papa looks like Papa just cool.
Interesting.
You know Papa just cool.
I do.
You do.
Laughing.
Why are you not laughing? I was just laughing now. You're not laughing.
Apparently, our sense of humor works differently.
Do you what?
Our sense of humor works
We're
differently.
supposed to laugh at this. I mean, that was you funny.
You did mad. See, I can also act too. You pick it or two from watching too much movies.
Okay, so that would be Sha.
Sure, like more.
Hmm?
Sure, laugh more. All right. I think that brings us to a close. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions here.
Why?
It's the culture.
I will not answer any question.
You don't want to ask me? It's the question.
Why you ask me? Actually,
No.
I'm the guest. Don't worry. I just wanted to prove a point.
Well, I like to listen to my women. So, the first question. If your department had a slogan or a catchphrase, what would it be?
We have, and it's Joe Boy.
So, boy,
Yes, we do have.
does that have like a law or something? A backstory?
Yeah, I don't know. My lecturer told us the backstory once. I can't remember. But one thing is, I'm supposed to tell you guys about my initiation process. See, there's a lot of fun things about theater department that you would like to know about, but Ismail did not like giving me the opportunity to talk about it.
And we never even ventured there because,
There was a lot to talk about.
yes, there was
So basically, Choboy is like a chant. You can't say this chant. As a theater student, you can't say it if you're not initiated.
What about Ashiriri or something? That one used to post your WhatsApp status. Ashiri.
That was during my initiation process. So toxic, bro.
Was that why you were talking about it every time?
Yes.
There was no context. It's just Ashiri.
It's how the context to me. The thing is, I was also trying to be consistent with something. That was why I also started that ugly series with my friend. I was trying to be consistent. I mean, so that actually, initially what I wanted was to document my experience or how the initiation was going, like writing videos. But I couldn't do it because it just came on me like that, and I really lost it. I had to wait for 2 years to do my initiation. Something I was supposed to have done in 100 level, but it didn't happen because of COVID, dry, blah blah blah.
I didn't do
So
matriculation,
just,
so
like, deal with
interesting.
100 level students. So yeah, we didn't do matriculation. So
Thank
it was not making sense. It was just so toxic, and that's another story. So every day when I come back from the initiation, I was always tired, overwhelmed, exhausted. If you just think about the worst thing, I always felt dirty. I felt like the worst. I used to feel like a piece of shit because my hair was just, bro.
I saw Diana. Trust me, I believe you.
It was bad. It was a bad experience. So I mean, every time I say Asheri, then was just bullshit, basically.
So your catchphrase is what?
Show boy.
Show boy. All right. So let's go to the next question. What is the weirdest rumor you've had circulating about your school? I know one. The first and the best. That's it. That's a rumor, and that should go away.
Okay. The weirdest rumor was they were trying to convert UI to a postgraduate school.
Huh?
Yeah. That time we were trying to write jam. We were saying that our set they might not give us admission because they want us into postgraduate university, so they will cut us out. Blah blah blah. That's the weirdest rumor I heard. Because why haven't they done the first and the best to a postgraduate school?
Please shut.
I hear that they generate more funds from PG students.
Well, I guess lucky for them because they've just increased tuition fee and every other thing. So
You did not increase your own.
they will increase it now. I don't think I just haven't seen the thing circulating yet.
Yeah.
But they will increase it. So I guess that's a big thumbs up to you.
You guys still have time to pay now. That one is still in preparation. They have not told us.
Okay. So here's another question. What is a stereotype people have about your department and also about your school? So let's start with the department. What's your stereotype?
That the
That-
stereotype is that we have evil spirits, that we worship idols. Basically, we share the departments with philosophy and Islamic department, and they always just feel like when we sing our song, because we are very traditional, it's theater. So basically, we always, most of the times, we are playing Africa, Nigeria, and majorly Yoruba, because you are in Ibadan. So, do you understand?
Yeah.
So when they hear all this, I know if you are talking about history and tradition, you cannot talk about tradition without singing all this adulation and all those kind of things.
Yeah.
So basically, that is one stereotype. Because I'll call it a stereotype because me, I don't have evil spirits.
That's really hard to believe. Your laughter, they make me feel like it's up to you to have evil spirits in your mind.
I mean, and my friends don't have, at least Moin don't have evil spirits.
See, I think the best thing I never do, you can ever put on trial is defend yourself in that way. Your Honor, I know.
I mean, my classmates don't have evil spirits. we are doing our best. Because if we had even spirit, things would have done to some certain people.
Okay. People interest of my podcast. Thank you very much. So what is your stereotype you have about your school?
Bro, I don't know any stereotype around my school.
Okay. I guess we'll skip that. So the next question here is, and perhaps final. What is the most famous fashion trend on your campus?
You know, it's a new semester,
It is.
right? So I can't wish.
All right. So you were telling me about the thing with your, what's that question again?
Trend in my school, fashion trend. So I believe that it's a new semester and I've not really seen everyone come out in their full glory. So I believe that when we resume, there will be something new. But I mean, what we left with was, for the ladies, it was this lip thing. I don't even think it's related to my campus. I think it's a Nigerian thing. This thing where they have like dark.
Oh, that
lip.
upper lip.
Yes.
Oh yeah. I've seen that a lot in my school, so.
Yeah, so I did not particularly fuck with it, but like, it's a thing.
Okay.
And I believe it's going to fizzle out soon.
I see it mostly among. I think that's the thing that happens to trend. They're just acceptable. Everyone wants to do it.
Then it fizzles out here. I'm happy that's just going to fizzle out. I'm so happy. Crush.
There's a trend here in my school.
What?
I think I noticed it when I resumed. Every girl I know, every girl I was seeing on campus, they were wearing crop top. It was like, is there a crop top revolution or something that I'm not aware of?
Crop tops. I'm wearing one inside. Yeah.
Why are you wearing one inside? Like if you had put it on camera, most of the time the camera would have been pointed at you. But now we're out of time. So final question here. If you could start all over, what school would you choose?
First of all, I would never take the option to start all over.
You have to start over. So
if I have to, it's still going to be
can be UI.
Can be UI. Maybe Ife or Unilag.
Okay.
Unilag, because I'll still go for theater. So, and I think that
they have better resources.
They thrive there more. I mean, because they are closer to the industry, people. I mean, this people come to our department, but it's just more easier for them to come. If they have movies, they just do it more there. Do you get?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So, I think that brings this episode to a close.
Why?
Because we're out of time.
Open the episode again. I want to talk.
You said you don't have any evil spirit. I'm happy that everyone is saying that. The people
what are you people saying? The best.
Yes.
And I'm funny. I hope you laughed. If you didn't laugh, they are sad. They are evil spirits.
Wow. So people that don't laugh at a joke, that don't have evil spirit. See, I'm sure that at this point, people might be questioning the kind of friends I have, because episode 1 was me, and me was not very.
I mean, I don't know for the other guys, but I think I'm the best thing that has happened to Ismail.
Are you sure? Well, I think I said in episode 3, or was it 2, that I kissed the gay last semester. Or was it? So
kissed what?
Yes, I kissed the girl. So technically,
what were you? Because boy, are you gay? You didn't think. I'm happy for you.
See, now you've missed the joke, because that was me trying to downplay this experience I had, or overplay it. Expression I never had by the way.
You're not funny.
Didn't get the joke. It's not my fault. I didn't get the joke.
You're not funny.
Veema, it's not
no, you're not just funny. Just accept.
Veema, if you had gotten that joke, Veema, if you had watched my episode with Dara.
You are not. I swear to God, you're not funny. You're not a funny person.
Okay, I've accepted that. I've accepted that. By the way, Veema brought bread for me from Ibadan.
Of course. I'm Veema. I brought the bread.
She brought the bread for me. So thank you very much for that. I'm going to
go talk where I don't mention.
I will enjoy it to the fullest.
I hope so. Do you have mayonnaise? I like to eat my bread with mayonnaise. I bought mayonnaise yesterday night and I'm so excited.
What are you talking about? Please, what to beat the bread boss for? What's your problem?
No, I have bread at home. And I bought mayonnaise yesterday. I was so happy when I was buying it. think I bought it for 900. I bought the small one.
Thank you very much. So I'm going to close the episode. Before that, tell the people that they should subscribe to my YouTube channel and like the video.
Okay, please subscribe to Ismail Bala.
Big Face Podcast.
Okay, Big Face.
I know you're mad already. Just go
subscribe to the Big Face Podcast, please, guys. Please.
And hit the video and come back for the next one that will be out next Saturday.
I'll be in the next one.
Should not be. And I'll be saving you guys every embarrassment and accusations like evil spirit. So
Nobody wants me back, please. I know you do. Please, if you want me back, just say it.
I terrible joke there, but I will not say it. So guys, sorry dragging long. We're going to continue our conversation of here. If you would love to see more of her, please let me know in the comment section and I'll be sure to
say more.
By more, I don't mean taking up our clothes, so fuck, I'm low with this. Bye bye. I'll see you guys next Saturday.
Okay, bye guys. Bye.